It's just comedy.
The Jell-O program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra.
Thank you. This is Groucho Marx. Well, here I am, stepping in over my head again.
With Fibber McGee and Molly.
Folks, this is just as new to me as it is to you.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Well, what an original greeting.
Hello and welcome to another week of comedy, funny, haha, on Dwayne Old Time Radio. One thing, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy what I'm doing, subscribing is 100% free. Also, one more thing, if you have a few seconds or 1 minute, please leave a review on your preferred podcast service, especially if you're on Apple, Spotify, or really just your preferred podcast service. Thank you and hope you enjoy. She wraps up the month with Snow White and the Seven Gangsters, April 24th, 1938. And then Back Home in Indiana, June 19th, 1938.
J-E-L-L-O!
The Jell-O program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Hooray for Hollywood from Hollywood Hotel. Oftentimes there is some one thing that seems to have extra pleasant associations for us. It may be a place, it may be a song, it may be a word. For instance, a letter we received just the other day says, "The word Jell-O will always mean something special to me because it's almost the one dessert I can remember having as a youngster. I remember the picture of the Jell-O girl on the box. I remember Jell-O's bright party colors. I feel as if I'd grown up with Jell-O, and it's a friend I'll never forget." Well, we hope a lot of you feel that way about Jell-O. It has been America's favorite dessert for over 40 years, and the only changes in Jell-O have been to make it even better. Jell-O has a deeper, richer, more satisfying fruit taste than ever before. And Jell-O sets more quickly now. It's quicker and easier to prepare. But remember, there is only one Jell-O. There's always been only one Jell-O, so don't accept any substitutes for the real thing. Look for the big red letters on the box that always spelled Jell-O. Played by the orchestra. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this being the first day of daylight saving time, we bring you a man who saves time, money, and old pieces of string, Jack Benny.
Hello again. This is Jack Benny, who also saves paper bags. They come in mighty handy, too. Well, Don, if we were in the East now, we'd have an extra hour today. 60 whole minutes to do with as we please. What would you do with yours?
Well, Jack, if I had an extra hour, I think I'd go on a diet. You know, not eat anything.
Not eat anything for a whole hour? Why, Don, that would be a drastic move for you, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I should do it anyway, Jack. I think I'm getting a little plump.
Oh, a little plump?
Yes.
He's getting plump. Oh, well. Listen, Don, if I were a penny weighing machine and saw you coming toward me, I'd pull up my scales and run. You're just F.A.T.
Oh, I not only resent that, but deny it.
Anyway, we were talking about daylight saving time, weren't we?
You know, Jack, I forgot all about our show going on an hour earlier. When I got up, I had to run over here like a streak of lightning. Boy, I had to rush.
I know, Phil, and those pajamas are very becoming.
I'm glad you like them.
Imagine coming to the studio in pajamas. You didn't even bother to dress.
I did, too. I never wear the tops.
us that at least you took time to curl your hair.
I did not. It's a mess.
Anyway, just because we're on an hour earlier today is no excuse for being careless, you know.
Say, Jack, why do they have daylight saving time in the East and not out here?
Well, Mary, that's so the people there can get up an hour earlier in the morning, and then when evening comes, they have an extra hour of sunshine.
Suppose it's raining.
Well, then they have an extra hour of rain.
Like we have here?
Quiet. It never rains in California. Never.
Well, gee, I wish someone had told my uncle that this morning.
Which uncle?
The one with the wooden leg that warped.
Look, Mary, you asked me a question. I answered it. Now leave me alone.
Say, Jack.
Oh, fine. What is it, Kenny?
You know, I can't understand one thing about daylight saving time.
What's that?
Well, this morning I set my watch 60 minutes ahead. And when I came to the broadcast, I was an hour too early. Why was that?
Well, look, Kenny, you didn't have to set your watch ahead. That's only in the East. Do you realize you're the only person in the whole state of California that did it?
Was there a prize for that?
Yes, bend over. What a kid. He's hopeless.
Well, at least I know rain when I see it.
Yeah. Never mind that. Now, look, fellas, we have no more time to discuss rain or daylight saving because, as I announced last week, tonight we're going to do a very long play. In fact, it's a musical comedy.
A musical comedy?
Yes, Phil, if you'd show up for rehearsal, this wouldn't be such a shock to you.
Oh, those rehearsals bore me more than the show.
Oh, that's too bad. Now, listen, fellas, we got to do something to make Phil happy here.
Now you're talking.
Shut up or I'll fire you. Anyhow, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Benny Light Opera Troupe will present what we consider a real masterpiece. We're going to offer our version of Walt Disney's sensational film and supreme achievement, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, this will go on immediately.
Hey, Jack, I didn't see that picture. What's a dwarf?
A dwarf, Kenny, is a jockey with a long beard. Now, in our version...
Am I going to be a dwarf, Jack?
You, Don? What are you laughing at, Ray?
He couldn't be a dwarf in an elephant act.
Well, you'll be in it anyway, Don. Now, in our musical comedy version, folks, as none of us look like dwarfs, we are going to call our play Snow White and the Seven Gangsters. Mary Livingston, who is scared to death of these gangsters, will be Snow White. Now, let's see. There's also a Prince Charming.
Say, Jack, can I be Prince Charming?
Over my dead body. Let's see, who else? Oh, the witch. Where's that witch I hired?
Here I am. Gee, is she going to be my stepmother?
Yes, and she's going to give you a poisoned apple.
You stool pigeon.
Quiet, you old bat. Now, our cast is complete. Where's Andy?
Here I am, Buck. Am I going to be one of the dwarfs?
No, Andy, you're going to be a gangster, not a dwarf.
Shucks, and I went out and had my legs shortened.
Leg shortened? How'd you do that?
I glued them to a cheap pair of pants and went out in the rain.
Now, the next one that says it rains in California, I'm going to hit him right over the head with my umbrella. Now, remember, fellas, we're all gangsters, and I'm going to be the roughest, toughest, meanest one of them all. Just a no-good rat, see?
Wow.
I'm as tough as any of those movie gangsters, ain't I, Mary?
Yeah, you're a regular Edward G. Buttercup.
Well, just the same, I can act tough.
Say, Jack, do we all have to be hard-boiled?
Of course, Don, and you want to get into the mood.
Okay. Now, get this, ladies and gentlemen. You better rush down to your nearest grocer and get a package of Jell-O. See?
It comes in 6 delicious flavors. See?
That's telling them, Don.
Strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime. See?
That's it. I guess they see, Don. Now, folks, our play will go on immediately after Kenny Baker's song. What are you going to sing, Kenny?
One song for the picture Snow White. One false smoke. Now let that happen.
Okay, Kenny, let's have it.
Okay.
Right.
One song that has possessed me. One love thrilling me through. One song my heart keeps singing. Of one love only for you. With a song I come to you like a troubadour. With a simple serenade, that and nothing more. I have no lute to play, no tinkling guitar, just a song to tell you how sweet to me you are. One song, I have but one song, only for you. One heart tenderly beating, ever entreating, constantly true. One love that has possessed me. One love thrilling me through. One song my heart keeps singing. Of one love only for you. I have but one song for you. My song of
That was one song from Snow White sung by Kenny Baker. And thanks, Kenny. It was certainly apropos.
You said it, son.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our musical comedy, Snow White and the 7 Gangsters. We will present this little fairy tale in 4 acts and 39 scenes. So take off your shoes, folks. You got to stay in tonight. Here we go. The opening scene is the isolated farmhouse on Long Island, which is the hideout of the notorious Benny gang. As the curtain rises, Doc Benny is giving his boys a pep talk. Curtains. Music. Now listen, men. We got a big job on for tonight. The biggest thing we've tackled since we cracked the mint. We're going to stick up the 12th National Bank. Do you get that? I'll call the roll, see if we're all here. Sleepy.
Here, Doc.
Sneezy.
You, Doc.
Gesundheit. Happy.
I'm right here, Doc, feeling fine and ready to go.
He wears feather underwear, folks. Grumpy.
Right here, Chief. But I'm afraid we're going to get caught this time.
Oh, you're too pessimistic. Bashful.
Oh, shucks, Doc, you know I'm here.
Now, come on over here with the rest of us.
Oh, gee whiz.
A fine gangster. Now, let's see, who else? Oh, yes, Dopey.
That's me, folks.
And you're a fine crook, too, the way you waste your time.
What do you mean?
Well, I sent you out to pick pockets yesterday, and you wasted 2 hours on Fred Allen. Imagine picking Allen's pocket. What did you find there?
A hole.
Oh. He buries his money, eh? And you, Bashful?
Oh, what's the matter, Doc?
I think you ought to take a guy for a ride, and you went in separate cars.
Well, gee, I didn't know him very well.
That's a great excuse. Now, listen, fellas. You've been laying down on the job lately. I want you all to be up on your toes tonight.
Say, Doc,
What is it, Sleepy?
what time are we going to rob the bank tonight? About 12 o'clock. And don't be late like you always are.
I'm afraid of that job, Chief. We're sure to get caught and be sent up the river for 20 years.
Oh, we will, eh? How do you feel about it, Happy?
Well, Grumpy's right. We'll all go to Sing Sing and never come out. Gee, it'll be awful.
Certainly got a brave bunch of men here, scared of your own shadow.
I'm not scared. I'm dopey.
You said it. Now remember, men, we got a big job on tonight, and we got to get some money. There's a payment due on our machine gun. So let's all work together. Just as soon as our supply of dynamite gets here, we'll go. Come in.
Package of dynamite for Doc Benny. Sign here.
Now, wait a minute. Is this dynamite good and strong?
I think so. I had 2 arms when I started out. Goodbye.
All right, men. Now, listen carefully. We'll meet tonight at exactly 11 o'clock in the alley right in back of the bank. Is that clear? What about you, Dopey? Do you know where we're going to meet?
If I forget, I'll ask a policeman.
All right, but leave your girl home this time. Now, remember, fellas, 11 o'clock in the alley behind the bank. And then do you know where we go from there?
Where?
Hi-ho, hi-ho. To rob the bank we'll go.
I'll say we'll go and grab the dough. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Now don't be late, you know.
We gotta work quick with a chisel and pick. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. I'm sleepy, that I know.
And I'm so shy I nearly die. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, why don't you eat Jell-O? Just try a dish, it's so delish. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. To rob the bank we'll go. I'll take her slow and grab the dough. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Now don't be late, you know. We gotta work quick with a chisel and pick. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
The scene changes. We now take you to the home of Miss Snow White, who lives on Park Avenue with her cruel stepmother, Mrs. Agatha Witch. Oh, she's a meanie. Take it away, Park Avenue.
Hello? Who? No, she can't talk to you, and don't be calling up here anymore. Goodbye yourself. Who was that, stepmother? That was your boyfriend, Prince Charming. A friendship. Now listen, Snow. I don't want you to go out with him anymore. He's just after your money. So are you. Well, I saw you first. Now, don't you dare to leave this room, you little brat.
Isn't she awful, folks?
Shut up. Oh, why is my stepmother so cruel to me? Is she jealous of me perchance, or is she jealous of me good looks? I have it. She's just a rat. Oh, where is my Prince Charming? If he would just come and take me away, I'd be so happy.
He'll be here, folks.
That must be Prince Charming now. Here, Prince. Here, Prince. Come in. Aw, Prince Charming.
Hello, Snow White. How's my little pickaninny?
Oh, Prince, I'm so glad you're here. My stepmother's getting crueler every day. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Is that so? What's the matter with that old Mickey Finn?
Why, only this morning she tried to kill me. She gave me a poisoned apple for breakfast.
Oh, what a lowlife that is. If I wasn't a prince, that gentleman in that car, I'd smack her up and down.
And another thing, she says you're not a real prince. She says you're bogus.
Bogus? That's my brother. I'm Boris.
But you are a real prince, aren't you?
Why, certainly. I got a coat of arms with a belt in the back.
Then I don't care what she says. I love you, my prince.
And I love you, too, my little honeysuckle. Come into my arms.
Oh, if you'd only take me away from here, I'd be so happy.
Don't worry, my little sweetie cake. Someday I'll take you to my castle in the Catskills.
When?
Someday.
Oh, someday. Someday we'll go away. Someday, so far away. And how thrilling that moment will be when the prince of my dreams comes to me.
I'll whisper I love you and steal a kiss or two, so I'm ready to.
Oh, no! Although you're not so hard, someday when our dreams come true.
Hey, that was all right, wasn't it, Bo?
Well, goodbye, darling. I have to go now.
Where are you going, my prince?
I'm going to take a ride in the park. Wait, I'll see if my horse is outside. Hi-ho, Silverstein!
So Prince Charming leaves. The door opens, and in walks the wicked stepmother and says,
Snow White? Who was that in here singing? Lawrence Cabot. Well, he's slipping. I know it was that Prince Charming, and I told you never to see him again. But I love him, stepmother. He's so handsome and romantic. I'll put a stop to this affair, you little fool. Here. Have an apple.
Don't take it, Snow White. It's poison.
Stay out of this, you kibitzer. He's right, stepmother. This apple is poison. It is not. Then why is that worm waving a red flag?
You see?
I'll make you eat it. Come here, Snow White. No, I'll run away from home. That's what I'll do. I'll run away from home. Stop! No. I'll never see you again. Goodbye, stepmother. Goodbye, worm.
Goodbye. So little Snow White runs away from home. And 2 days later, we find her lost in a dense forest somewhere in Long Island.
Here I am in the woods. And look at the animals following me. Oh, see the pretty birds. Hello, bird.
That canary is somewhat of a critic.
Gee, none of these animals are afraid of me. Look at that little pussy cat with a bushy tail. Come here, pussy. Oh, my mistake. Get away, pussy.
That was a close one.
And look at that little deer running after me. Isn't it cute? Hello, dear.
Hello, honey.
Fresh. Gee, I'm so tired and hungry. Oh, look, there's a farmhouse over yonder. Maybe I can get food and shelter there. Here I come, farmhouse.
All right, men. We're ready to rob the bank. Now, remember, this ain't no picnic, so everybody work fast and be on your guard. Say, Happy, where's the machine gun?
Over there in the sewing basket.
That's great. Have you got your bag filled, Grumpy?
Yep, I got a flashlight, a chisel, some dynamite, a blowtorch, and my nightshirt.
Oh, we'll be home before morning. Hey, Dopey, stop chewing that dynamite. You'll blow your brains out.
If I had any brains, I wouldn't be chewing it.
Well, we're all set now. Wait a minute, where's Sleepy? Hey, Sleepy, wake up.
Oh, gee whiz.
Bashful, what are you blushing about?
Well, look at Sleepy smiling. He must be dreaming about a girl.
Well, you stay out of his dreams. Anyway, we can do without him. Now, let's go, men. And here's my final instruction. While we're robbing that bank, there's one thing that's very important.
What's that, Chief?
For heaven's sake, don't whistle while you work. Don't whistle while you work. Or the cops will come. We'll have to run. Be as quiet as a Turk.
You mean quiet as a mouse?
But I couldn't make it rhyme.
Now come on, boys, and make no noise. We haven't got much time.
Now remember, each of you,
We know what we must do.
now you must be still.
I know I will.
La 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 la. Don't whistle while you work, or the cops you're bound to hurt. They'll get their man, put it in the can. Don't whistle while you work.
Now don't forget. All right, men, we're on our way. Let's go. Wait a minute.
I knew it. It's the cops.
The cops?
Gee, I bet they give us life this time.
Quiet. I'll handle this. Shh. Come in.
Hello, everybody. My name is Snow White.
Why, it's a girl.
A girl?
Yes, a girl. What do you want, Snow White?
Gee, I thought this was a farmhouse. Aren't you all farmers?
No, we're not farmers. We're bandits. And right now we're going out to rob a bank.
Rob a bank? Oh, you mustn't do that.
Why not?
It's naughty.
Oh, it is. Did you hear that, fellas? It's naughty. Come on, men. Tie her up and throw her in the cellar.
Throw me in, too.
Grab her, men.
Now, wait a minute, Chief. She can't harm us.
Well, we're not taking any chances. Tie her up.
But why do all you nice boys want to rob a bank? Don't you want to get into heaven?
Yes, but we want to get into the bank first. Now, scram.
She's right, Doc. Let's call the whole thing off. I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, maybe I can get my old job back again.
Your old job back? What did you do?
I was a good humor man in a tough neighborhood.
Oh.
And I used to be an orchestra leader.
That's a lie! What were you, Dopey?
I used to be a phrenologist.
A phrenologist? What's that?
I don't know. That's why I quit.
Fine bunch of gangsters I've got. Now listen, Snow White.
You listen to me, you big bad man. You're all going to throw away your guns and stay right here. You're never going to rob another bank as long as you live.
I'm willing. Me too.
How about you, Doc?
Nothing doing. This is my racket, and I'm going to stick to it.
Now, come on, Docky Walkie. Don't be a toughy-wuffy.
Oh.
Come on, Doc. Don't be a batty-waddy.
Oh, all right. I'm a sappy-wappy, but I'll do it. Come in.
Snow White, I'm so glad I found you. I've been looking all over for you.
Prince Charming, I knew you'd come.
Come, my little Snow White. We'll go back yonder to my castle and live happily ever afterwards.
At last, at last. Someday we'll go
So Prince Charming married little Snow White, and Doc Benny went back to his old job peddling fish in Waukegan. Play, Phil.
Bright blue skies, gay new fashions, new things to eat. These are the signs of spring. And here's the perfect dessert to fit the mood, called Springtime Delight. The freshest, gayest dish you've tasted in ages. And real easy to make with fruit-rich strawberry jello and just 1 cup of fresh strawberries. Dissolve a package of strawberry jello in hot water and chill until slightly thickened. Sweeten 1 cup of sliced fresh strawberries with a 1/4 cup of sugar, then add the berries to the thickened jello. Turn into a mold and chill until firm. It couldn't be easier to make, and it's, well, an inexpensive way to take advantage of the fresh strawberries just coming into the market. And wait till you taste it. The delicious, extra-rich fruit flavor of strawberry jello combined with the juicy sweetness of fresh berries. It's a grand springtime dessert, so try it soon. Just be sure to make it with genuine jello. Ask your grocer for jello.
The is the last number of the 30th program in the new Jell-O series, and we'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time. And, I hope you all liked our musical comedy version of Walt Disney's famous picture, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, Jack.
Yes, Mary?
You know, we forgot to do one of the best songs in the picture.
Which one is that?
The Wishing Well number, you know, where you hear the echo.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do it now. Andy, you get down in the well and do the echo.
Okay.
Hit it, boys.
I'm wishing for the one I love to find me.
Mary, hand me that bucket.
Oh.
Good night, folks.
There's an important announcement. Starting this week, Robert L. Ripley's Believe It or Not program will be heard Tuesday night instead of Saturday over most of these same stations. Be sure to see your local paper for the new time. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
J-E-L-L-O.
The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Latin Quarter from Gold Diggers in Paris. Every woman knows there's something mighty satisfying in being not only a good cook, but a thrifty cook as well. And you'll find Jell-O is a big help in planning thrifty meals. It costs only a few cents a package, and one package serves the average family generously. And Jell-O makes a perfect dessert, appetizing, attractive, delicious. For it brings you that extra rich fruit flavor, a flavor that's deep and luscious and satisfying. Strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime. All 6 flavors are crammed with this extra rich goodness that makes Jell-O a hit with the whole family every time. It's so good to eat, you can serve it several times a week. And it's so economical, you can afford to serve it just as often as you like. But be sure to get genuine Jell-O. Don't accept any substitutes for Jell-O's grand extra rich fruit flavor. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jell-O. Latin Quarter played by the orchestra. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this being our next to the last broadcast of the season, we bring you a little man who had a busy year, Jack Benny.
Thank you very much. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking, and Don, you're right. I'm just about worn out. Naturally, week after week with radio and pictures, it takes a lot out of you.
Well, at that, Jack, for a man who works as hard as you do, you're in excellent shape. How do you hold up so well? Where do you get all that energy?
Well, I'll tell you, Don, with Popeye, it's spinach. But with me, it just comes natural. You know? Of course, I do have an egg malt now and then, you know.
Oh, but no kidding, Jack. It's really amazing how you keep in such good condition.
Oh, it is, Don, it is. Well, only this morning, when I was shaving, I looked right square in the mirror and I said to myself, Jack Benny, how do you do it? How do you do it? I tell you, it's unbelievable.
Yes, it is, Jack, but I must repeat, you look marvelous.
Thanks, Don, thanks.
Say, Jack.
Yes, Phil.
You know, that's a pretty bad sign when you start talking to yourself.
Well, I wasn't really talking to myself. I was just thinking out loud. Don't you ever think out loud, Phil?
Not around here. You'd fire me.
Now, wait a minute. This is a free country and a free program. Nobody has to be afraid to speak their minds around here.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Well, in that case, Jack,
You look lousy.
Now, don't you chime in, Harris. After the carousing around you've done, you don't look so hot yourself.
I don't know about that. Why, only this morning when I was shaving, I looked right square in the mirror and said to myself, Phil Harris, you're cute. Cute?
I'll bet you look cute first thing in the morning, huh?
I do after I take the curlers out of my hair.
Listen, Phil, any man that would put curlers in his hair before going to bed, well. What do you think of that, Don?
Don't look at me. I wear a chin strap.
Well, you could use one. Huh? Hey, Phil, do you wear a chin strap, too?
That ain't a sunbonnet I sleep in.
Well, that kills me. What you fellas won't do to look beautiful. Huh?
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Mary. Say, Mary, you want to hear something? Phil sleeps with curlers in his hair, and Don wears a chin strap. Isn't that awful?
It certainly is.
Even if I weren't handsome, I'd never go that far.
Of course not.
No.
Tell about that argument you had with your laundryman yesterday.
There was no argument.
What was it, Mary?
Mary, if you tell him, I'll fix you.
Come on, Mary. What was the argument with the laundryman?
Well, Jack was mad because they ripped the lace off his shorts.
That wasn't lace. They were just frayed at the bottom.
What were they afraid of?
Well, just to think of answering that makes me ill. Anyway, I don't go around trying to beautify myself like those two guys.
Oh, no. I saw you in the barber shop this morning under a mud pack.
A mud pack?
Yeah.
Well, that was just a sample. The barber was trying to sell me a piece of property.
I hope he had better luck than the bootblack.
Is that so?
Every time he'd go to shine your shoes, you'd sit on your feet.
Well, I had on black shoes and white socks, and I wanted them to stay that way. Oh, hello, Kenny.
Hello, Jack. Oh, boy, am I all in. I tell you, I'm exhausted. Wow!
Kenny, if you're exhausted, you don't come in here like a cyclone. Now come in again.
Okay.
Hello, Kenny.
Hello, Jack. Am I all in? I tell you, I'm exhausted.
All right, Kenny, you didn't have to fall down. Now get up. Imagine a young kid like you exhausted. What from, singing a song once a week?
Well, don't forget I have to take bows when it's over.
Oh. I suppose that's a lot of work. Well, from now on, Kenny, when you sing your song, just eliminate the bows.
Not me. I'm a ham.
Well, you're certainly getting to be, and it's not nice. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, huh?
You should talk.
Yeah?
You're so hammy, your eyes look like 2 fried eggs.
Well, they're large, if that's what you mean. I've always been told I have very big and expressive eyes. In fact, I often use a soup bowl for an eye cup. I really do. Huh? No, really, I do. Huh?
I think you have lovely eyelashes, too.
Thanks, Phil, but they're nothing now. You should have seen the long eyelashes I had when I was a kid.
How long were they?
How long? They used to call me cowcatcher. That's how long. Oh, I was the envy of the whole neighborhood. Huh?
You know, Jack, it's too bad you haven't got those long eyelashes now.
Why?
You could pin them back over your head.
Yes, I could. Of course, every time I'd wink, I'd tip my hat. That's the only problem. Isn't it a silly routine? No kidding.
Say, Jack, I don't like to horn in, but I don't think I'm so bad looking myself.
No, you're not, Kenny. In fact, you're quite attractive.
I'll say. Why, only this morning when I was shaving, I looked right square in the mirror and I said to myself, Kenny Baker, there's no getting around it. You're the nut.
Well, Kenny, you were right. But you know, fellas, I think we ought to stop. I think we ought to stop all this bragging.
Oh, no, not till I've had my inning, Jack. I think I'm handsome, too.
You do, Don?
Why, yes. Only this morning I looked right square in the mirror and said to myself, Don Wilson, why don't you run down to your nearest grocer and buy a package of Jell-O? It comes in 6 delicious flavors, strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime.
And did you do it, Don?
I didn't have to. My pantry was full of it.
Well, then sing, Kenny, while we're in such a happy mood. Wait a minute. Come in.
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
Don't you think I have beautiful eyes?
Why, of course. Who are you?
Just an old potato. Goodbye.
Oh, I'd like to mash him. Sing.
aglow. Let me whisper I love you while we're romancing. Let me murmur low. We're meant for each other. Here under the palms, oh, let me whisper I love you. You're so entrancing, dancing in my arms. There is a place I'm thinking of, a perfect setting for two in love. In its amorous atmosphere, you will soon hear me say, oh, let me whisper I love you while we are dancing alone. Now let me I'll whisper I love you while we're romancing alone. We're meant for each other. Here under the palms, oh, let me whisper I love you. You're so entrancing, dancing in my
Let Me Whisper, sung by Kenny Baker. And Kenny, stop bowing. No wonder you're exhausted there.
Well, I got some new suspenders on, and I want to break them in.
Oh. Well, anyway, Kenny, your song was very good. And you know, folks, that's the last time this season you'll hear Kenny Baker sing. He's flying to New York tonight right after the broadcast. And Wednesday, he sails for England, where he's going to make a very important picture for Alexander Korda. What's it going to be, Kenny?
I'm going to play the leading role in The Mikado.
Well.
Oh, that's swell, Kenny. Congratulations.
Well, I say, that's marvelous. The Mikado. I know you'll be great in it, Kenny.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Say, Jack, what's a Mikado?
It's fine. He's going to play the Mikado and don't know what it is.
Well, what is it?
Well, Mary, a Mikado is a sort of a... Well, it's a kind of a...
Is it like an avocado?
Well, not exactly, Kenny. A Mikado is a... Well, it's a precious stone. I know that much.
Jack. Mikado is the title for the Emperor of Japan.
That's it. The Emperor, a man that wears precious stones.
You didn't say that at all.
You said a Mikado was a precious stone.
I did not. I said the Mikado was a man that wears precious stones in his crown. And I'll leave it to anyone that wants to work on this program next year if I didn't. Well, that's settled.
If I'd have saved my money, it wouldn't be.
Oh, you saved your money, Harris. You always talk about spending, but you've got the first dollar you ever earned from me.
That's blood money. I always save that.
Now, listen, Phil, blood money, nothing. Nobody here has any trouble getting their money out of me. I pay off, don't I, Mary?
Yeah, like bank night in Glasgow.
Well, I was just trying to be funny. Don, have I ever been late with your check? Huh?
Oh, you haven't, Jack. I always get it on time.
There you are.
Of course, I'm bigger than you are.
Yeah. Your left leg is bigger than I am. But anyway, that has nothing to do with it.
Jack always puts my salary under 3 walnut shells, but I never guess the right one.
All right, Kenny. I was going to let you win next time, but now I won't, huh?
Well, I think there's something fishy about the whole thing.
Never mind that. Now, tell us about your trip, Kenny. What boat are you sailing on?
The Normandy.
Oh, the Normandy. See, I made a round trip on that boat last year, and it's very deluxe. They even have neck rests on the portholes there. What stateroom have you got?
Room 280 on C deck.
280 on C deck. Why, I had that room. See, now, there's a coincidence. You're going to Europe on the same boat, the same deck, and the same room.
It's the same ocean, too.
Yes, it is. And, Kenny, as long as you got the same stateroom, I wish you'd do me a favor. I left my washcloth in the bathroom there. Will you pick it up for me?
Oh, sure, Jack, but how'll I know it's your washcloth?
Got patches on it.
That's a lie, matey. It's in good condition. Anyway, I hope you'll have a swell trip, Kenny, and that your picture in England will be a grand success.
Thanks, Jack.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you. This being Father's Day, we have prepared an original... come in, Andy. Come in.
Hiya, Buck.
Why, Andy Devine, of all people... This is some surprise. Well, how's the old mayor of Van Nuys?
Okay, Buck, I got everything running smooth and under control.
Well, that's good. You know, Andy, I was beginning to think you were high-hatting us. You haven't shown up in a couple of weeks.
Well, I've been pretty busy at the city hall, and besides that, I just put on a big beauty contest.
Oh, a beauty contest. Well, there are a lot of pretty girls out in the valley there.
Yep, and you know, Buck, during the contest, Pa got slapped 3 times.
Your Pa got slapped, eh? Was he one of the judges?
No, he was just standing there.
Oh. So he was acting up again. Where was your Ma at the time?
She was third from the end, Miss Pasadena.
Well, there's certainly a lot of excitement being a mayor. Oh, say, by the way, Andy, Kenny won't be here next Sunday. He's leaving for England.
Well, doggone, that's a surprise. Say, Kenny, can I take your place? See you next week.
Sure, Andy. Glad to have you.
Hold on there. I got something to say about that. I'm afraid we can't use you, Andy. Your voice isn't that good.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Buck. Did you ever hear me hit a high C?
Only when you're talking. But I think we can manage next Sunday without a solo from you. And now, folks, getting back to our play, as I started to announce, this being Father's Day, tonight we are going to present an original drama entitled Back Home in Indiana, or Clem Benny's Children. Now, I will play the part of Clem Benny, the father, and Mary Livingston will be my loving, loyal wife.
That's me.
Yep. We've been married nigh on to 40 years, and she still feels the same about me as the day we were married.
You said it. Oi!
All right, sit down, Ma, and wait for the play. Anyway, Mary will be my wife, Phil Harris will be my oldest son, and Kenny...
I'm going to be the Mikado.
Not in this, you're not. You're going to be my youngest son. We also have a married daughter, and as we're short of actresses, Andy Devine will...
Now, wait a minute, Buck. Remember the dignity of my office.
Oh, we got to have a girl, Andy. I can't have all sons. This house will look like the Elks Club.
Oh, shucks, I don't want to be a girl.
Now, get into your dress, Your Honor, and shut up. Now, let's see.
Announce my part, Jack.
No, Don, I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I want it to be a surprise.
Gee, I can hardly wait.
Control yourself, Don. Now, this play will go on immediately after the next number. Hit it, Phil. Hold it. Come in.
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
Was I in here a little while ago?
Yes, you were. You were an old potato.
Well, I'm boiled now.
Kenny, can't you take him to England with you? Play. from the mob in Scotland, Plaid by Phil Harris and his orchestra. Did you hear that, Phil? Scotland Plaid. I said plaid instead of plaid.
I'll forget it if you will.
Now, I thought that was clever, didn't you, Mary?
Well, Jack, as long as you ask me, personally,
And now
thought
for our play, Clem Benny's Children. The locale is the thriving little town of Number 2 Breakfast, Indiana. It is Father's Day. As the scene opens, we find Clem and his wife Mariah seated in the parlor of their broken-down farmhouse. Curtain music. Dum-dum-dim. Yeah-da-da-dim-dim. Doggone, Mariah, it sure is hot today, ain't it?
Yep, Clem, it's a sizzler. The hens ain't laid nothing but 3-minute eggs for a week.
I don't mind that so much, but I was milking the cow last night and scalded myself.
We sure could do with a little rain around these parts.
I'll say we could. We had an awful dry spell around here. I was out in the pasture this morning and found 4 camels.
Was there any Shriners on them?
No, they left town. But I think it's going to rain pretty soon.
How do you know?
I just got a buzz from my rheumatism. Say, Ma, I wonder what's keeping the children. They ought to be here by now.
Oh, don't be impatient, Clem. Remember, they got a long ways to come.
That's right, but I haven't seen them for years, and I'm mighty anxious. By the way, how many children have we got now?
Well, let's see. There's Philip, our oldest boy. He's a musician.
A musician? If he's a musician, Stokowski is a fuller brush man. That Philip is about as musical as a bagpipe with asthma.
I don't know how that would be. I never had the bagpipe.
No, but with your asthma and my snoring, the bedroom sounds like an airport. Who else is coming, Ma?
Well, there's our youngest son, Kenneth. He's a movie actor out in Hollywood.
Oh, in the flickers, eh? That boy is just plain dumb. How did he get to be an actor?
What else do you need?
I resent that. Who else is coming home, Ma?
Well, there's our daughter, Petunia.
Oh, yes, little Petunia. Doesn't seem possible. She's been married 2 years. Well, it's darn nice of all our children to come home on Father's Day. Wish they'd hurry and get here. Say, that must be one of our kids at the door now.
Must be. The wolf went to Atlantic City for the weekend.
I don't blame him in this heat. Come in.
Hello, Ma. Hello, Pa. Happy Father's Day.
Philip, my boy.
Welcome home, my son.
Here, Pa, I bought you a present. It's a combination safety razor and fountain pen.
Thanks, son. I'll sit right down and write myself a lather.
What you doing, Philip? Still playing in an orchestra?
No, I got a band of my own now. Curly Harris and his Fugitives from a Music Lesson.
Well.
And you want to know something, Pa? I'm on the radio, too.
Well. Making any money?
No, I'm working for a chiseler.
Well. Shut up. I wish Kenneth and Petunia would get here. I'm hungry. I could go for a nice thick steak.
What'll you chew it with? You ain't got no teeth.
Don't need any. I got sharp gums. Well, Philip, before I forget it, I want to thank you for that old suit of clothes you sent me last month.
Oh, did you like it?
No, but there was a bottle of gin in the hip pocket.
That wasn't gin. That was rubbing alcohol.
I should have guessed that. I had the DTs and the snakes were massaging each other. Well, let's go in and eat. I can't wait any longer.
Wait a minute, Pa. That's either Kenneth or Petunia.
Could be the landlord coming for the rent.
I better hurry up a little. I might have to vamp him.
Well, this suspense is terrible. Come in. Why, Kenneth.
Come in, my boy. Come in.
Hello, Mater. Hello, Governor. Happy Painters' Day.
Painters' Day? The brat's going Hollywood.
Well, Mother, how about a maternal kiss for your offspring?
You hear that, Ma? He wants a kiss.
Comes near me, I'll slug him.
Don't blame you. Go on, son. Take off your beanie and sit down. So you're a movie actor, eh?
Yes, Father. The cinema has beckoned, and I have heeded its call.
Why, you little...
Hold Hold on, Ma. Don't throw them out till I get my present. Come clean, son. What did you bring me for Father's Day?
A cravat.
That's cravat.
Oh.
Well, open up the package.
Here it is.
A cravat? I don't see nothing there but a necktie.
Well, lift it up. It must be underneath.
Why, Pa, a cravat and a necktie are the same thing.
Go on, you don't even know what a Mikado is.
You didn't do so well with it either.
Quiet, Ma. Oh, by the way, Kenneth, this is your brother, Phil.
How do you do?
Glad to know you.
You two ought to get together sometime. Come on, let's eat. My stomach's emptier than a theater when Fred Allen was playing vaudeville.
Fred Allen? Who's he?
Oh, some hillbilly goes around selling toothpaste.
Is it any good?
Don't know. Never ate any. Well, come on, kids. Let's go and chase the goat out of the dining room. Say, that must be Petunia now. Come in.
Petunia!
My daughter!
Hiya, Ma! Hiya, Pa!
Well, our own little Petunia, sweet and pretty as ever.
Oh, gosh, Pa.
Ain't you going to give your daddy a kiss?
Not if I can get out of it.
Oh.
But I want to kiss Ma, though.
Skip it, Petunia. I'll take a rain check.
Well, daughter, did you bring me something for Father's Day?
Sure did, Pa. Here it is, right in this basket.
Where?
Right here. Go ahead and lift up the blanket.
Okay. Well, I'll be switched. Well, what do you know about that? A grandson. Coochie, coochie, coochie. Doggone Petunia, I never thought you'd be a mother.
Neither did I.
He sure is a cute little rascal. What's his name?
Donald.
Oh, hello, Donald.
Goo, goo, goo.
Hey, Mariah, look at our little grandson. Isn't he a cute baby?
Some baby's got an inner tube for a teething ring.
He sure has. Well, now that we're all here, let's go in and eat. Come on along, Petunia. I'm starved.
Oh, wait a minute, Pa. I want to go upstairs and shave.
Oh, you can shave later. Let's go in the dining room.
Hey, wait a minute. What about me?
Did you hear that, Petunia? The baby said something.
Why, those are the first words he's ever spoken. I'm sure glad he can talk.
So am I. I'm sitting on a safety pin.
Oh, the poor thing. Come here to Grandpa. Shut up, Don. You're making a fool of yourself. Play, Phil.
Question. Who likes chocolate ice cream? Answer. Why, just about everybody. And now you can have perfect homemade chocolate ice cream, smooth, creamy, rich with chocolate, the kind you've always wanted to make. And here's the easy way to have it. Make it with Jell-O freezing mix, and believe me, you'll be tasting the grandest ice cream you ever took out of your refrigerator. For that rich, luscious chocolate flavor is made by Walter Baker and Company, and they've been making fine chocolate for over 150 years. That's why chocolate ice cream made with Jell-O freezing mix is really something special. And it's so quick and easy to prepare, you'll be making it all the time. There's no fuss or bother with cooking. Just open the can, add milk and some whipped cream, pour into your freezing tray. Stir only once during the freezing process, and you'll get 6 servings of swell ice cream. Mellow and smooth with a creamy texture that's just grand. Jell-O freezing mix comes in 6 luscious flavors: chocolate, vanilla, maple walnut, and fruit flavors that are real fruits in their own sweetened juices: strawberry, tutti frutti, and orange pineapple. So treat the family tomorrow night to ice cream with that old-fashioned homemade goodness. Ask your grocer for Jell-O freezing mix.
We're a little late, so good night, folks.
It's the National Broadcasting Company.
Thank you for listening to and showing your support for my podcast. If you would like to receive notifications of when new episodes are posted, please subscribe. to my channel. Subscriptions are 100% free, and they really help me get an idea of how I'm doing. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, and as always, peace.